Extra, extra, hear all about it. It's time for absolute nonsense and pop culture news. We here at Culture Shock don't believe in private conversations. We record everything and share it with all of you. So as the Joker would say, here we go. Due to there being a copyright claim on our music all of a sudden, lame, we have to go out and find a different song, lame. We may even have to pay somebody for it, lame. But until then, just enjoy the episode. And as always, thank you for listening.
Okay. Yeah, see, the biggest problem I said there was it's a Sony production.
Yeah, that right there's strike 1 and 2.
Yeah, man, Sony's been having a rough go at it lately. Other than the Spider-Verse movies are solid as hell.
Guys, we might have liked this. We don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, or maybe we liked it.
Well, by the time they hear this part, they'll know whether or not we like it.
Yeah. And hopefully by the time by the time they're done listening to our episode, I hope they didn't develop some type of neuromuscular disorder. Cue Tim, but I don't have a neuromuscular disorder. But it does.
Does everybody with the name Ezekiel suck?
Ezekiel. I can't.
Yes.
Well, actually, okay, I know one, and Corey definitely doesn't like the name.
Nope.
I know Ezekiel Elliott.
He was cool for 4 years in college.
Yeah, he was cool.
I rest my case.
Yeah, Mike's like, yep, I'm still right. I know there's some Ezekiel in the Bible, right? He probably sucks.
Actually, to be fair, my best friend in college
definitely sucks.
My best friend in college's name was Ezekiel, and he was pretty cool.
There you go. Have you guys ever read the Bible? Kind of a boring read. I got about 3 chapters in. Do they call them chapters?
That part where they hang Jesus up and kill him and stab him in the hands and stuff is cool.
Yeah, that was sick, dude. I felt like I was in Game of Thrones or something, which I haven't seen also.
I'm telling you right now, that's the most interesting story in the Bible. Everything else sucks.
Yeah. The Bible's pretty cool if you just think about it as like a grouping of like horrific fairy tales, you know? Like, obviously humans know this didn't happen.
Well,
we're really being bold on this one, opening our little preamble here, shitting on the Bible.
Jesus does exist. Okay, he was real.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Whether he did all that shit they said is a different story, but he was real.
Yeah, he was a real man. Jesus walked among us. Ask Kanye. That's what he said. If Kanye said it, I believe it.
Kanye also supports Nazis, so I mean.
And he loves sucking his cousin's dick.
That's true.
But only till he was 14. After that, it'd be weird.
We were talking about that new song the other day
at the dinner
table, and I haven't heard it yet. And I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know, I hear it's really catchy. And Corey and Jaden are both laughing, and I'm like, what? And Katie said, it's about sucking his cousin's dick. And Corey said, yep, that's what it's about. And I'm like, oh my God.
Mike, you didn't see like his tweet and stuff?
No.
Explaining the song, saying he sucked his cousin's dick till he was 14?
That's fucking weird.
Yep. He just admitted it. I mean, all right then. A lot of people are speculating this is just a long con so he can drop F-bombs now. It's all a huge Kanye conspiracy so he can put the F word in his songs and be like, what? I sucked dick till I was 14.
Kanye's an interesting character.
Somehow Kanye is not the worst of them, you know? You think Kanye is a weirdo, but he's in the same industry as Diddy.
I enjoy his songs.
Power? Yeah, okay. Okay.
And I enjoy Stronger, Faster,
Harder,
or whatever it is. I like that. That's a great,
it's in my workout mix, so it doesn't get played a lot.
For sure.
So it doesn't get played a lot.
That was a good joke. I missed that one. The way it is though with Kanye is like, listen, fucking like high school dropout, graduation album days, dude was on top of the world, and I thought he was genuinely incredible.
Gold Digger, like, come on, that's a fucking banger.
Yeah, when he was coming up in the scene, he gave us 2 of the greatest rap albums of all time, and then he just went off the fucking deep end, and his music hasn't been the same since. But like, there was a time I actually I fucked with Kanye heavy.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to anything other than those 3 songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You probably have. You just don't know them by name. Yeah. But then Kanye, came out to be Kanye, and I was like, oh, this guy's fucking weird. And I'm okay with weird. But,
But Beyonce had the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, he's a character, man.
That makes sense, though, now, because Kanye was probably in with that fucking whole crew, with Diddy and them, and You know,
Oh,
Beyonce was because of Jay-Z.
Yeah. Aren't those court cases going on like right now?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like being televised and stuff.
Oh, it's the biggest thing since Depp and Heard.
Yeah,
Diddy will not go down alone. He'll probably rat everybody out.
He's taking everyone down with him.
he will for sure.
You know, the disgusting thing is if he does that, we probably lose 20% of the music and acting industry.
Just opens it up for us to get in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, I might have a neuromuscular disorder, but I'm not a diddy diddler.
No, you don't have a neuromuscular disorder.
Oh, yeah. But I don't have a diddy party invitation. Madam Web.
That means you weren't somebody. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. I know we're gonna talk. We're not like talking about this movie yet, but
Yeah.
even the fucking little tag. They did a tagline for this movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Movies don't even do that anymore.
Well, they did a lot of things movies shouldn't do anymore.
That shows you how outdated they
And it
are.
says her web connects them all. Like, no, shut up. It's stupid.
Well, it's true in the comics.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's just dumb.
Shut up,
They
Mike.
should-
You don't understand.
I'm sorry.
It's like he didn't get this movie.
Okay, you don't get it.
I'm gonna shit on it right now, so that way when we do the episode, I surprise you guys. And I'm like, I fucking loved it.
You know what? Pretty good.
I got all my anger out of the way, and now that I'm looking at it from a different aspect, pretty good.
Pretty okay. Well, guys, since we don't actually have like a full-on news episode today, I did just want to give the shout out that I've been giving you guys in the group chat, but obviously our listeners aren't a part of that. So Josie, also Josie's on this train. I just finally beat Expedition 33. And oh my God, for listeners that have not touched that game yet, if you're a fan of like PS1 style, PS2 style RPGs, old school, like with some Mike. Legend of Dragoon type combat with QTE events and parrying and dodging, and you like traversing the bigger world maps. And this is like the most intense turn-based combat I've ever seen. Like it's so interactive.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, it almost feels like live action with turn-based. It's so weird, but it's like the smoothest fucking thing I've ever seen. But a lot of like Final Fantasy 10 and 7 elements to it. A lot of Legend of Dragoon elements. A lot of like even God of War 2018's kind of stuff is in there. It is fucking incredible game. The best soundtrack I've maybe ever heard on a game ever. Like
my stepson walked in the other day when I was playing it, and he said, "Is this like God of War?" I was like, "No." Well,
well, a little bit, but
the gameplay's a little bit like it.
Yeah, it's just like if you're like a Final Fantasy person, this is like the best kind of Final Fantasy thing you could play, and it's not Final Fantasy. But
it's what I've been waiting Final Fantasy to get back to.
It's what a lot of people have been waiting for, and it's awesome because like turn based is kind of getting this new renaissance where people people have been like crying out for. People don't care about like insane over the top graphics. Like games can only look so much better than each other right now. Like Mike talked about that a while ago with like the PS5. It hasn't made as big of a jump as previous generations.
We're never going to see that like huge jump again. Yeah.
Right. People don't care about graphics. They want a game that fucking grips them, characters they love. And old turn-based shit people have been crying for. Like original RPG fans love turn-based shit, and we've been crying out, and this is perfect.
This game might be the best example of how to use turn-based. I don't know if they can do it better than this.
They've never done turn-based battle better than this game. And I don't know how you can top it.
No, I don't think you can.
I think you can only like refine what they already have in there and make it more like streamlined.
Yeah.
That's all you could do. Like what system is better than what they just did? And this is a tiny fucking French studio called Sandfall Interactive of like 30 something guys that made this fucking masterpiece. It took them 5 years to make it.
And I don't know how right I am about this, but I think this is the first RPG since Suikoden, however you say it, that you can choose which character to run around as. Usually you're stuck with one person.
Right.
But you can switch between characters and run around and talk to the townspeople. And depending on who you are, is which storyline like you're doing when you talk to random people. It's cool.
Yeah, like every like NPC you talk to, if you talk to them as different characters, you get like different interactions.
Yeah.
It's the level of detail in this fucking game. Obviously, visually, it still looks incredible. It's more of like a hyper realistic, like not cartoon, but not full live action. It's like a really cool style to it. The characters are super gripping. Like I said, Mike, you'd appreciate it because the soundtrack literally might be the best I've ever heard in a game. Like almost every enemy type has their own battle music. Like you almost never hear repeats, and when you do, they're so fucking epic. This might be on the level of me for Final Fantasy X and like Kingdom Hearts and shit. This might be my favorite soundtrack of all time, and it was one dude that did it. One dude did all the music in this game.
I'm gonna have to fully beat it and then play it again and form a full opinion. But so far, I really, really love this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be, dude. This is hard for me not to say top 10 game of all time for me instantly. It's on that level. I beat it.
As people know, things that draw me into video games, my top two being Chrono Trigger and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
soundtrack has got to be
pivotal.
Got to be pivotal to it. Yeah, like
yeah, it's a big part of it for you.
You take the soundtrack out of those two games, and those probably aren't my favorite games.
Yeah. Well,
honestly.
Mike, you play Expedition 33 for an hour, you'll come 3 times.
Yeah, that first probably hour before you're even on your expedition is great.
It's so good, dude. It might be the best prologue of all time.
Yeah,
of any game, dude. I'm in the middle of recency bias right now, so like maybe 6 months from now I'll take a step away. But there's no way I don't say this is a top 10 game of all time for me right now.
What's the story?
Maybe top
of the
5.
Game? Like, do you?
Yeah, that's
without ruining the story.
In a nutshell, when the game opens, you learn that there's this figure called the Paintress, and like every year she paints a new number on the monolith. It's called like from in the distance. So like every year it goes down, and that group of people die.
That age.
So that age of people die.
Oh my God.
So at the beginning of the game, she has like 34 up on the tree, and like there's a thing called the Gommage they do every year, and that's when all the people pass away the day before the new group goes on the expedition to try to stop her. So every year she kills a whole like age group of people, and their families have to deal with it. So their kids lose their parents young, and every year a new expedition of like 33-year-olds, 32-year-olds try to go out to stop the Paintress from doing it.
Okay,
that's the in a nutshell elevator pitch. I don't want to say a word more.
And as you're going through, you're running into mountains of bodies from the old expeditions that were trying to stop her.
Yep.
That's actually like a really interesting, like original idea.
It is.
Like,
dude.
I've never heard that done before. Like, that
right.
No, that's very original.
Dude, buy it immediately. Yeah, you'll fall in love with the characters.
I can't even think of anything that story's taking from, honestly.
No. The main character looks exactly like Robert Pattinson, which is weird.
He does. But it's Charlie Cox from Daredevil.
Yeah, it's Charlie Cox's
it's
voice.
It's really weird.
Oh, is it Charlie Cox's voice?
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Robert Pattinson.
It looks exactly to a T like Robert Pattinson. It's so weird.
And Charlie Cox is getting to use his actual accent because he's not American.
Yeah.
Because it's a French game. I don't know where he's from, but he's from Europe or somewhere.
I think he's British.
Yeah, he gets to use like his actual accent.
Is he British?
He's British, isn't it?
I
don't know. Every time you say British, I add in it. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
Kind of have to.
And then I kind of went a little. I don't know many British people that go, isn't it?
It's like whenever somebody mentions French, I go, oh, right.
Yeah, of course. You should have said when I said this is a French studio. Oh,
I got it that time. Don't worry.
Take away from the moment, like I'm having this moment with this game, and you're just oh.
It's fine. I'll add the sound. I'll
so Corey,
clip me and add the sound bite.
Corey, how far are into it? Are you? I didn't know you bought the game.
Yeah. Well, no, I signed up for Premium Game Pass.
Oh, nice.
I'm only about 7 hours in.
Okay.
So I'm not like I don't even know how long it is because I haven't looked anything up. So
yeah, Mike, that's how you know it's a long game. Of course, I'm only like 7 hours. A lot of games, it's like, well, that's Resident Evil. It's like, well, I beat Resident Evil 2 times.
Twice. And I speedrunned it 3 times.
I'm excited to play it.
Oh, for sure.
I'm slowly starting to get some free time, so
nice. And like for me to say that, it's like, first of all, you guys know I'm not a huge gamer anymore. Like probably one game a year like really gets my attention nowadays. Yeah. And this is definitely it. I'll play Metal Gear Solid 3, of course, and love it.
We did back in the end of 2024, a game thing about games coming out. And when Expedition 23 popped up, we watched the trailer for it, and all of us were like, oh, okay, that looks all right, I guess. None of us were interested at all.
I know. I can't believe we weren't more excited.
And like, I was like, I guess it looks pretty beautiful. I'll give it that. The story looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of emotional. I think that's pretty much what we said was, but I don't know if I'll play that one.
And here I am an hour into the game, characters I just met. Oh God. It's so emotional.
Why did you leave me?
Why'd you leave me, Daddy?
Claire or whatever her name is.
Sophie.
Sophie, that's it.
So what we're trying to say, Mike, is this is a fantastic game to the listeners.
Oh, yeah.
If you're like yearning for an old school RPG with like new kind of mechanics, great characters, immersive world, best
Robert
soundtrack I've
Pattinson.
ever heard, and Robert Pattinson, Expedition 33, that studio deserves all the praise in the world. You love to see a tiny studio with an original idea succeeding. They sold like 2 million copies in their first 12 days, which is insane numbers. They were not they said like they're still waiting to wake up and figure out it was all a joke. Like they did not sell all these copies.
And
It's
if anybody, and Mike specifically, if anybody else was wondering, there is a weapon building system where you can make your weapon stronger and make your armor stronger and make your
nice.
Yeah.
and get different spells and stuff. It is like any other RPG in that way, but it's really clever the way they do it.
Yeah.
So I have been looking for an RPG to play that's newer that I
There
was
you
going to
go.
absolutely fucking love for like years. Like,
Don't you have Game Pass?
I hear that, man.
I do,
There you
but
go,
I mean,
man.
I've looked and I've looked.
been
And there's nothing that's really been like. There's nothing that I've played that's jumped out at me. You know, I've
Well,
never
it's not
finished it.
3D.
Well, I've never
Sorry.
You son of a
finished
bitch.
a lot of the things I've tried. I've never finished them because I'm just like, it was okay. Like,
Whoa, it's like it's out here in my screen.
Jason 3D.
so hearing your praise for this, hearing our buddy Chad's praise for this, who Chad, if whoever has been watched Adrian's live streams knows Chad from there.
Yeah, Chad got me onto this game, so thank you, Chad.
He is ever since I've known him, he's a huge gamer.
Yes.
Every conversation I've ever had with him has been about video games. So
Chad is the biggest gamer out of our whole little group.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess
He has
I
time.
did have a conversation with him about insurance a couple times, but that was because he was trying to get me to buy insurance.
Damn you, Chad.
Always be selling.
Hell yeah.
ABS.
But no, if I'm now hearing the praise from both of you and Chad and like all four of us, our favorite video game is Final Fantasy X. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, if you heard our Final Fantasy X episode, Chad was on that.
Yeah, and this is up there with Final Fantasy X for my RPGs, favorite RPG of all time.
And
So
Final
far it
Fantasy
is,
X is my second favorite RPG of,
Right.
of all time.
It's not. It doesn't have as many lighthearted moments as Final Fantasy X. But
Yeah.
So, you know what? Sometimes they
It's-
don't need that.
you don't need that all the time.
Yeah, it's a little more like dark from the rip.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. I like
Yeah.
dark stories. I'm a DC fan.
It doesn't have a ha 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 scene.
Oh
It
my
is
God.
well. Oh wait, maybe you're not there yet, but it kind of not nearly that cringy. But they have a couple close moments. Mike, since we're kind of doing this, I don't know, call it mini gaming episode or gaming behind the curtain episode. Tell us real quick about Split Fiction. Didn't you play that?
Yeah.
You and Amber? That's like a couch co-op kind of experience.
Yeah, we haven't played it since we moved.
Okay, yeah.
we've gotten pretty far. It's interesting for sure. It's one of those games you have to rely on your partner to play.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it's crazy. Sci-fi and
Oh yeah, it's like
middle
sci-fi
world,
and
like,
fantasy.
in
Yeah.
fantasy world. Yeah.
So basically,
hi-fi.
the idea, the basis of this story
Hi,
is
sci-fi.
Hi sci-fi.
The basis of this story is these two, they don't know each other at all, these two girls. And they both were picked by this company to get published, to get their stories published. What they're not told is that they are all put in this machine, like they get like hooked up to this machine, and it literally steals all of their story ideas and erases their memories, so they don't know.
Oh shit. Okay,
But
but they weren't told that part.
but they were one of them starts freaking out, and somehow they both end up in the same pod together instead of separate,
Mhm.
and it fucks the machine up, and they're like causing glitches in the machine.
And they can't
And
figure out how to
throughout-
get them out.
They can't figure out how to get them out, and throughout this entire process, they're like playing through each other's stories because they're finding these glitches in the system, and they're breaking.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that's how they're getting out, and they're like both kind of like, why would you come up with this idea? And they're like, well, this was such an idea. Like I scrapped this idea. I don't even know why they're taking this. Like there's this one part where you're like, it's a whole fucking village of trolls like destroying this whole horde of trolls destroying this village, and you got to escape them. And
That's right near the beginning of the game.
the.
My only problem with that game is it switches back and forth between the two worlds too much.
It
Oh,
does,
really?
yeah.
It's only like every 10 minutes it goes back and forth. I wish it would stay in the worlds a little longer.
You
will
want a little
say-
more time with like that
Yeah.
environment before it
I
switches
will
back.
I will say there's this one spot that her and I are on right now. It's in the fantasy world, and one of the users literally becomes the Earth,
Okay.
and and then the other user has to like you can move this tree around to spin, and it's a platform where you got to keep jumping and jumping and jumping. And
Oh,
if
that's
you
cool.
If you don't time this shit right, you're starting over constantly.
It's like a 3D
Yeah.
like platforming
If-
puzzle kind of.
Yeah,
If anybody listening hasn't gotten it from the context, it's a co-op, like, help each other kind of game like It Takes Two.
Yeah.
yeah. It's from the same studio that from It Takes Two.
A lot of people are
Um,
saying like I can't, the one I haven't played yet, I think it's called like Blueprints. Apparently people are
Okay.
saying that's a game this year that like is unlike anything they've ever played before. So up to May right now, they already have like a lot of game of the year contenders. This is a crazy year. I kind of hope GTA 6 stays pushed so all these games have a chance to win
Yeah.
it. Because like, these are some great worthy
GTA
games.
6 would win immediately. if
Yeah,
it
it's
came
just
out.
going to win when it comes out.
So
Yeah,
I-
but Expedition 33's got to win at least best soundtrack, best score.
We have Stockholm syndrome for GTA 6. When it comes out, we're gonna love it no matter how much abuse it gave us.
Yep. Sorry, Mike, continue.
Split Fiction has done so well, and I guess people love the story so much that they are already making a movie about it.
Oh,
They're going to make a movie based off of it, which playing the game, I could see
good
it
movie
being
out
a
of it.
very successful movie if done right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have made an It Takes Two movie. That's a good story.
Yeah, then
These
maybe
parents
they will.
divorce and get shrunk down, and they have to get back to their kids
Look,
to tell them like it's a good
If
story.
Split Fiction does good as a movie, they very well might make an
Hmm.
It Takes Two movie because it's from the same
Maybe.
studio. The same studio might be like, "Hey, why don't we make this too?"
Hey,
We'll see.
we made one movie.
Yeah.
Let's make two.
It takes two.
Yeah.
baby.
Is that song anywhere in that game? Did they get the copyright
No.
for it? Me and you.
So
I don't
before
think
we-
so.
I don't know why I
before
sang it like Jack Kroger. Me and you.
Before we move on to our actual episode, Adrian, I thought you'd appreciate this.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Why would you waste your money? People, he's holding up a 5-pound container of fucking Twizzlers.
You want to know? Here, I'll tell you why I would.
You could buy 5
He
pounds.
even got the weight right.
Hold
You
on.
could buy 5 pounds of any candy.
Hold on. I will tell you why, in quotations, I wasted my money. Those who like Twizzlers know that when you open a bag of Twizzlers, after like the second day, they're hard as a rock. Even no matter what you do to try to save them, they're like the hardest fucking thing to eat after they've been open for 2 days.
You mean they're the hardest thing to eat as soon as you open them?
But
Yeah,
with the
that's true.
container, it comes with a sealable lid, and I've had this now for a
So
week, and they are still fresh.
They stay fossil hard instead of rock hard.
Yeah. So you've had them for a week. So you've eaten what? 2? 1?
Well,
He's eaten like 4 since we've been on.
God damn.
container's like a quarter of the way empty.
I like
just-
Twizzlers too, but they are hard.
I just don't understand. They provide nothing.
I mean,
It's the
I have a
flavor.
pack of them here too.
What
so-
the fuck? Why do you both have Twizzlers?
I like Twizzlers, man.
It's the worst fucking candy.
I want Twizzlers to sponsor us now.
Oh my God.
Does this make up for it? I also have raspberry blue Sour Patch Kids.
Now that's dope.
All right.
Yeah.
Those
love
are all right.
those.
Those are all right.
All right. Those are way better than Twizzlers.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm
I
throwing
don't.
the
I don't
Twizzlers
like
away.
sour candy in general.
What the fuck? Your household, you have someone that doesn't like pizza, you don't like sour candy? What's going on here? You can't eat
Like-
popcorn because you're all fucked up.
My kids love sour candy, so they make up for it.
Yeah, they're real people.
Exactly. You're not real, man.
You're not a man for candy.
Well, that's because I'm made of wax candy.
Had a funeral for a bird. Had a funeral for a bird and everything. Pretty sure none of that's real. You're not real.
The funny part is everything Creed said was right.
I know.
You're not real, man.
Angela's asking him about the fight that happened. The big guy came in real angry with a sock full of nickels. I think he owed him money. You're useless. Creed doesn't have any idea what happened.
Oh, right. Bitchy, 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 bitchy. I think that was right. I don't know.